Hey, Falcon Zero here. Welcome back to my channel. Now we have a new video today, but not only just a new video, is a new video series, and we are going to be looking at games that made a huge impact in the video game industry. And the first one I'm going to be looking at is Super Mario 64. So if you like videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe to stay up to date with more videos like this, and also leave me in the comments below on what video games that you would like to see in the future as well. With that underway, grab a snack and a drink, and let's see if I can entertain you guys for a couple minutes here. Super Mario 64 is a 3D platformer that really defined the 3D platformer on that. So much so that you had games trying to even be Super Mario 64. We had games like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, and even games on the same console like Banjo-Kazooie were trying to capitalize on Super Mario 64's success, and that it did just such a great job, every game wanted to be like it. And one thing on why I think this game also was just so successful is, you know, the Nintendo 64 controller had a 360 analog stick in it, and it was the first time that we could actually see a character move in, 360 degrees. He could actually run around the Mushroom Kingdom. Part of the reason I think that Super Mario 64 was also just super successful were the tight controls. Super Mario 64 feels good, and yeah, you do have that wonky Nintendo 64 controller, but that controller also brought something to the table too that hadn't been done before, is you have a 360 analog stick in there. You actually could move Mario now in 360 degrees. He's not moving left, right, up, and down. He can move around and go into different paintings, which were kind of like different worlds at the time. It was just never seen before, and it was a great platformer that had really, really tight controls in there, and it made it just, I think, that much more fun to play that game. And what also did this game do right? Well, they kind of started a little bit of a collectathon here or whatever. It's like you had to collect 120 stars in here, collect 100 coins in each level. If you did that, you also got one of the stars, but collect 8 red coins here. And they made it pretty fun. I was like, eventually, games also expanded on the collectathon, but I was like, they made this 3D game where you're going into different worlds and exploring, and they're making you collect things. They're like, go look over here. And the coins would kind of guide you around to be like, let's go explore this entire world because I need to go see what this is all about. And you need to go find these stars. One minor gripe that I saw about this game though is that you did get kicked out every time you did collect a star at the end of the game or end of the level, which other games did expand upon that and improve upon that, saying like you didn't have to leave the world after you did something in there and collect the thons. But this was also the first of its time too though, so like obviously this game wasn't 100% perfect and games would capitalize on some of the mistakes that it did make, but at the same time it set the foundation of what a 3D platformer should be. One other thought though, it's like you've got one analog stick though, and another hurdle that Nintendo had to go over with this game was, how do we move the camera? Like, are you gonna have a fixed camera that follows Mario? It's like, no, you're actually gonna give the camera controls to the player on that, and the player can actually control the camera controls with the C buttons. Now, no means by today's standards I think this is a perfect method, but at the time I feel like that was the best that they could have done. There wasn't 2 analog sticks yet. That's the best way that they could move the camera, and the C buttons worked out perfectly for moving the camera controls for Mario. And just looking at what Super Mario 64 did, so it's like, okay, Nintendo's using their flagship character, they're breaking into the 3D environment here, they've got a great platformer on their hands with good controls, they have a bunch of different worlds to explore. Like, I look at this, I'm like, it's almost like, no wonder this game was such a hit. No wonder this game was looked to as like the flagship as 3D platformers. And I really feel like this is what that game deserves to be called. It's the flagship and the standard of what every 3D platformer looked to at the time, and even probably still to today. People still look at that game and be like, that game was still, it was top notch. It was really on, I think, ahead of its time for what every game did at that time. I was like, Super Mario 64 broke through to the 3D platformers and it changed the gaming industry. And those are why I think Super Mario 64 changed the video game industry for the better. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, this is a new series, so if this video gets over 20 likes, I will also consider doing another video like this, and I know that's not that many likes, but I don't get that many. So if it gets 20 likes, I will be very happy. And let me know in the comments below of what video you would like to see me do next in this series. I'm already thinking about doing Banjo-Kazooie, GoldenEye, or Halo, but if you guys have other thoughts, leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please smash that like button, as it really does help out. Subscribe if you're not already, hit the notification bell to stay up to date with more videos like this, and as always, everyone of YouTube, show me your moves. It would be really cool if I did get like, 20 likes in this video, because I don't get that many, and it's a cool thing, and I love the likes, and hey, if you made it this far, Thank you, and I would assume you liked it if you made it this far.